Good afternoon, Year 4. So this week we are focusing on science and we are looking at electricity. So what I want you to do first of all is have a look at these pictures and think about what they have in common and how they work. Okay, so we've got things like a washing machine, we've got light bulbs, a hairdryer. How do these things work? Have a little think on your own for a moment. Okay, so all of the items shown on the previous slide are powered by electricity. Electricity makes them work. What do you know about electricity? So what I want you to do now is in your workpack you have got a mind map. And I want you to draw or write about any of the things you already know about electricity and then write down if you have any questions. So the questions which I want you to think about are: where does electricity come from? How do switches work? Which materials let electricity flow through them? Which items need electricity in order to work? How can we use electricity safely? And how does electricity occur naturally? So what I would like you to do is pause the video and complete your mind map, remembering to write some questions of your own that you would like to know. Okay, you should have completed your mind map now. So let's have a look. So what is electricity? When we refer to electricity, what we usually mean is electric current, which is the flow of electric charge. Electricity occurs naturally. So, for example, lightning, static electricity, bioelectricity produced in living things such as electric eels. So you may have experienced static electricity if you have ever rubbed a balloon on your head and your hair will stick up. Electricity powers many of the things we use every day: televisions, phones, computers, lights and microwaves. Electricity occurs naturally, such as lightning, or even in your body to send messages from your brain to your organs. Over time, scientists worked out how to use electricity to make things work. They also discovered ways to generate or make electricity. This meant that electricity was more readily available and things could be powered more easily. This sort of electricity is known as current electricity. So that's a flow of electrical charge through material. It often flows through wires to travel from a power source to an appliance. So there are two types of electrical current that we use to power appliances. So we have the mains or batteries. So it's an alternating current or a direct current. So you will have both of these in your house, the plug socket and batteries in different things that you use. But where does the electricity come from? So an energy source is a way of powering something. Electricity is a secondary energy source, and it means that it's made from primary sources of energy. So things like coal, oil, natural gas, wind power and solar power. So electricity can come from fossil fuels, so things like coal, oil and natural gas. So when we burn them, it produces heat which then generates electricity. It may come from nuclear, so when atoms are combined or split, they create heat again, and that is converted to electricity. Water is used in dams and wind is used to turn windmills. These both generate electricity. So you might have seen windmills at the top of a hill in the countryside, and when the wind is moving the windmill, it generates the electricity from turning it. You may have also seen solar panels, so that's when the sun's rays shine on the panels and then convert the energy into electricity. Some people have these on the house, not many people have them though. And geothermal energy is heat from the earth which can be converted to electricity. So let's see if we can work out which is which. Now let's use what we have already learned. So fossil fuels, if we go back, remember it told us about coal and oil. So let's see if we can spot this on the pictures. Okay, so fossil fuels are here. Solar, what did we talk about solar? I said they may be on people's houses, solar panels. Okay, so here. Hydro and wind. Remember, hydro is water, so in the dams, and the wind turbines that we may see, the windmills. This one. And then we had nuclear, so nuclear power stations, you should have joined it to this one, and geothermal, things that are made from the earth. So there are several ways of generating electricity for us to use to power our appliances. Some of these methods of generating electricity are renewable. This means they will never run out, so we can use them to generate electricity forever. However, some methods are non-renewable, and this means that they will run out. So, for example, solar, if you have solar panels, we are always going to receive the sun, maybe not as often as we would like, but we're always going to receive the sun. Things like wind turbines, the wind is always going to be able to power them, so it's renewable, it's never going to end. Non-renewable, things like coal and oil, that's telling us that they may one day no longer exist. So that means we have to be careful and use them sparingly, and lots of other countries have more oil or coal, which then makes it very sought after. So your task for today, you are going to create a vocabulary. So it's a little bit like a phone with your different apps, and you're going to think about any words which may come in useful. So you have got this in your booklet. So this one you need to leave as it is. The other ones, you are going to cut them out. You need to write the keyword, draw a picture, and then that is going to stick over the top of your definition.